John 18:36, Jesus answered, "My kingdom is not of this world. If my kingdom were of this world, then would my servants fight, that I should not be delivered to the Jews. But now is my kingdom not from hence."
The book of Ezekiel chapter 2 and verse 3. And he said unto me, Son of man, I sent thee the children of Israel.
So the Lord said he have sent us unto the children of Israel. Who are the Israelites in the last day? You got to ask yourself there. Hey, what's up, King? Hey, what's up, Big Dog? What you got going? Walking back to the crib real quick, bro. I'm going to put you on camera. What's your nationality? What's your name, bro? Z? All right, my name Eli, King. What's your nationality, if I don't mind me asking? African American, right? So can your nationality be of two different countries? So if you a Chinese man, what landmass do you derive from? All right, so I'm gonna ask you that again, right? So if a Chinese person come up here and say, if he ask a Chinese person what they nationality, what would they tell us? China. They from China, right? So now they Chinese. If you ask a person who's from Japan, what is their nationality? What are they gonna tell you? Japanese, right? So when you look at our people, why are the Chinese and the African and the Arab people saying they from certain places? Their nationality is a certain place because that's the landmass that they derive from, right? So when you look at the blacks in America, why are we giving ourselves a nationality of two different countries? We've been trained by the system to do that, right? So what if I tell you, look on this sign right here, King. When you look on this sign right here, what does it say that our nationality, what did God call us on this side? Israelites, right? But when you look at African American blacks, it got what right there? Yeah, it got what's that first one right there? Judah, right? So God called us by Judah, the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. But you got to ask yourself, why is it that we call African American? Do you know the history of that word, African American? I know. Who did they name America after? Nope. A man by the name of Americo Vespucci. He was an Italian map maker. He came over here alongside with Christopher Columbus, but America was named after Americo Vespucci. What about Africa?
I know Africa came from white man.
Right, which is Leo Scipio Africanus, right? Yeah. So give me Psalms 44 and verse 14. Give me Deuteronomy 28 verse 37. And give me Deuteronomy 28, 37. What I'm going to show you, Z, is God told us that if our people didn't keep his commandments, curses and evils was going to come upon our people, right? And with those curses and those evils, our nationality was going to leave. We was going to get stripped from our homeland, and we was going to be dwelling in the land with our enemies. Watch this.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 37.
Right.
And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee.
Right. So the Lord said we were going to become bywords. A byword is something you being called out of your God-given name, right? So now I'm going to show you this. Watch this.
The book of Psalms chapter 44 and verse 14.
Right.
Thou makest us a byword among the heathen.
So the Lord said he made us a byword amongst the heathen. What is he saying? He have made us another name amongst the heathen. Who are the heathen that he's talking about? When we came over here, right, as slaves, who was our slave masters? Who? The heathens, which were who? White people, right? Give me I ain't gonna say what's your last name, because I don't want you to think I'm making it personal. Give me some examples of last names that our people inherit today in America. Who? Williams. Right, where do we get them last names from? Slave masters, right? So now when you look at the Bible, you can tell that the Bible is a true book because God said that what? He was going to make us bywords amongst the heathen where he has scattered us, right? So now when you think about this, have you ever asked yourself why, when you look in the world, in history, have you ever heard about the Chinese man going to slavery to the white man? What about the Arabs? So when you ask yourself, have you ever wondered why did we, out of all these different nations in the world, why is it that our people went into slavery?
I feel like it was I think we just got too comfortable. Like we wasn't really on our. I'm not gonna say. I think some of us were slow. Some of us we sold each other. I think some of us.
Jacob is the form of all things. I think Jeremiah 51:19. So when you think about this, right? When you think about the world, right? Think about how powerful black people is right now, right? Who runs the basketball world today?
Us.
Who runs the football world?
Us.
Boxing.
Us.
When you think about who know how to fight the best.
Us.
So when you think about that, all these different gifts that we got, right? Give me second Samuel 7:23. When you think about these things, why is it that a powerful people will let another people put them in slavery? It ain't got nothing to do with complicity. You got to think about that. A mental thing, right? So have you ever heard this, right, Z? Have you ever heard that God has a chosen people?
Yeah.
Who is God's chosen people?
Yes, us right here.
Who?
Us.
Us, right? How you know that?
Just what we been through.
Right, watch, let me show you something, Z.
The book of 2 Samuel, chapter 7 and verse 23. And what one nation in the earth is like thy people?
So God is asking us to ask a question to ourselves. What nation on this planet is like the Negroes in America today? What country, what race of people can survive slavery, right? What nation of people can build this? And that's spiritual then. That's what we out here to do, right? Watch this.
Verse 23. And what one nation in the earth is like thy people, even like Israel?
Even like Israel. So what you got to ask yourself is, God knew he made us different, right? Read what you got.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 51 and verse 19.
Yep.
The portion of Jacob is not like them.
So God said when you look at the blacks, Hispanics, and Native American, the portion and gifts that he gave us is not like the gifts of the other people in the world. Read.
For he is the form of all things.
We are the what?
He is the form of all things.
When you think about the lights, we the ones taught these people how to create lights. When you think about bathtubs, we the ones that showed them how to build bathtub. When you think about the White House, we are the ones that built the White House. When you think about the pyramids, we are the ones that they used to build the pyramids. When you think about this great city that people love to say is Atlanta, right? We are the ones that built this city up, right? So you got to think about it. We are God's chosen people. Why is it that if we God's chosen people, why would God allow his chosen people to go into slavery? Huh? A testimony for what? Let me show you something. Let me show you something. Z, give me the book of Baruch chapter 2 and verse 30. Give me the book of Deuteronomy chapter 11 and verse number 25, I believe. Or verse 20 and verse 30. Behold, I'll get behold before you this day blessings and the curse. Read Baruch 2 and 30.
The book of Baruch chapter 2 verse 30.
Watch this, Z.
For I knew that they would not hear me.
So God's, have you ever heard of the story of Moses and the Israelites? In Exodus, right? What was Moses known for doing? Freeing his people, right? And do you know what happened in the wilderness? When Moses led us out of Egypt, right? We dwelt in the wilderness of sin for 40 years, right? So, right, in that wilderness, Moses gave us laws, statutes, and commandments from God, right? You familiar with that? And so now what he's talking about is God, the covenant that we made. God is saying he knew that we wouldn't hear him, right? Read this.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 11 and verse 25.
Watch this.
There shall be no man be able to stand before you.
Verse 26.
Verse 26. Behold, I set before you this day a blessing and a curse.
So God told Moses to tell us he set before us this day a blessing and a curse, right? Watch this.
A blessing if ye obey the commandments.
He said you will be blessed. I'm going to give you blessings on the earth if you obey the commandments, but what?
Obey the commandments, Lord your God, which I command thee this day. And a curse if ye will not obey thy commandments of the Lord.
And God said he was going to bring curses upon us if we didn't obey the commandments that God gave us, right? So now, let's go back to what he's saying in Baruch, because now God said he made a covenant with us and he gave us an ultimatum. You can be blessed and keep my commandments, or you can be cursed and not keep my commandments, right? Watch this, Z.
The book of Baruch chapter 2 verse 30.
Read.
For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people.
Right, watch this, Z.
But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves.
So you know what he's saying right here, Z? He said, I knew that your ancestors weren't going to listen to me, right? They was going to follow after the gods of the world, of the nations and the people, all the sins and all these different things. So what God say? In the land of the heathen of your enemies, you shall remember yourselves. How is that, right? So how do we get to the land of our enemies? How do we get to America? Get Deuteronomy 28:64. Some of us already been here, right? So let me show you that, right? So when you look at this side, give me 2nd Ezra chapter 13, verse number 40. So Israel, the tribe of Israel, is consisted of two kingdoms. You got the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom, right? The southern kingdom, or who would you call the blacks in America, the Jamaicans, and the Haitians. And the other tribes will be the Mexicans, the Hispanics, the Puerto Ricans, the Guatemalans, the Guatemalans, the Native Americans, the Ruben, the Seminole Indians, you know what I'm saying, the Cubans. These will be the northern parts of Israel. So when you think about the Taino Indians, the Aztec Indians, when you think about the Native Indians that people talk about in the world today, when you say you felt like blacks was already here, these were the black people who was populating this side of the world before we came here as slaves. Watch this.
The book of 2nd Esdras chapter 2nd Esdras 13 and verse 40. Those are the 10 tribes.
So when you look at this sign right here, right? He say those are the 10 tribes. When you look right here, you got Ephraim, Manasseh, Reuben, Simeon, Gad, Zebulun, Asher, Naphtali, and Issachar. When you look at the side of the names that they called on this side, this is what the oppressor named us after they colonized us, right? So when you look at the minority in the world, let me ask you this, and I'm going to show you how you can compare the two, right? Hold what you got right here and give me the book of Jeremiah 50, verse 33. You stay where you at. Besides the Negroes in America, who else get oppressed in America at a high rate? The Mexicans and who else?
Minority.
Right now, who is ICE looking after? Who? The Hispanics and who else? What other race of people? Because they just started targeting another race of minorities, the Haitians. Have you heard about Trump putting a sign for them to start deporting Haitians back to Haiti? Right. You seen that, right? So when you look at it, the people that America is targeting are the people that God say are the Israelites, right? Read, watch this.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 50 and verse 33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together.
So when you look at this sign right here, God is telling you that the people that you see on this sign, it will come a day and time where they will be oppressed together. When you look at America, we are those people who are being oppressed together in America. Read on.
And all that oppressed together and all that took them captives held them fast.
And the people that oppressed us and held us as slaves held us together fast. And what is that saying? They still not letting us go. That's why the language that we speak today, what language do we speak, right? Who? They language, right? What language does the Hispanics speak? They speak their language too. So this is how you know that God is talking about our people. Now read that in Deuteronomy.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse number 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from one end of the earth even unto the other.
Watch this.
And there thou shalt serve other gods.
So once we came here as slaves, right, and they took the yokes off our neck, God said, in that land, watch this.
Which neither thou...
read it again. There.
And there thou shalt serve other gods.
Watch this.
Which neither nor thy fathers have known.
Come on, slow down. Which neither thee nor thy
Which
father.
neither thou nor thy fathers have known.
Right.
Even wood and stone.
So now it say even wood and stone, right? So I'm going to show you. So I'm going to read this verse again. And we're going to come back to what God just said right there, right? Watch this, Z.
The book of 2nd Esdras chapter 13 verse 40.
Right.
Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king, from Salmanassar the king of Assyria, led away captive. He carried them over the waters, and so came they into another land.
Right.
But they took this counsel amongst themselves,
Right.
that they would leave the multitude of the heathen,
Right.
and go forth into a further country, where never mankind dwelt, that they might there keep their statutes, which they never kept in their own land. And they entered into Euphrates by the narrow places of the river, for the Most High then showed signs for them. And okay, verse 45. Verse 45. For through that country there was a great way to go,
Right.
namely of a year and a half.
Right.
And the same region is called Azareth.
It's called Osiris, right? So now, see, I'm going to show you how the Bible is true. And what you said is true. And I'm going to show you how this is your history book now, right? I want you to read this real quick. Start from the top.
It says, the name of the land beyond the great river, far away from the habitation of man,
You got to slow down. You read too fast. Come on.
in which the 10 tribes of Israel will dwell,
Right.
observing the laws of Moses until the time of restoration.
Right.
According to 5, Columbus identified America with this land.
He did what?
Columbus identified America with this land.
So what you read right now, Z, it said Christopher Columbus was able to identify America by the land in the Bible written by Ezra, which we just read. So when you say that we was here before, some of our people was here before, right? But when the Spanish conquistadors came over here, guess what they came with in their hand? When we just read, God said we was going to be scattered, and in the land where we were scattered to, we was gonna serve other gods which we never heard of, even wood and stone. So now, do you know the history of the Roman Catholic Church? What symbol do they carry in their hand, like with their Pope? The symbol. So what they carry in their hand is a staff with a cross on it. That's what they came over here and brought to the Hispanics. That's why when you look at a lot of Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, Colombians, a lot of them worship what? They say they what? They Catholic, right? And when you look at us, this is the religions that our forefathers submit to. These, when you think about what, did you grow up going to church? What church did you go to? AME, right? And what have you ever been to a Baptist church? So when you look at all these religions, right, hold this. So when you look at this sign right here, this is what God is talking about. This is the biblical prophecy where God saying in that land we was going to serve other gods who we know not, even wood and stone. So now, do you know what they killed Jesus and hung him on? A cross, right? A wooden cross, right? So when we just read that, it said even wood and stone, right? They killed Christ on the stone, right? So now I'm gonna ask you something, right? Say you got children, you close with your grandmother and your mother though, right? How would you feel if I ran into your grandmother's house where your mama was, your little cousin, your little sister, and I ran in there with a machete, right? And I butchered and killed everybody viciously with a machete. Would you honor your grandmother and your mother and your family members by wearing a machete around your neck? Give me Habakkuk 2:18. Give me Isaiah 46:6. Huh?
I don't know what I would do.
You don't know what you would do.
I don't know what I would do. Sure.
Would you wear that? I ain't saying what would you do to me. Like I'm saying, if you found out the way that your family members and your loved ones died was with a machete, would you go and get a machete dipped in gold or dipped in silver and put it around your neck and wear it to symbolize how your family members died?
I don't know.
You don't know? So now watch, I'm gonna show you something.
The book of Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 18. What profiteth a graven image that the maker thereof have graven it?
Right.
The molten image and a teacher of lies.
It's what?
And a teacher of lies.
So do you know Z what that cross symbolizes? What does it symbolize? Huh? Not only death, but you know what else it represents? It represents white supremacy. That's a white supremacy. When white people see you wearing a cross around your neck or a white Jesus around your neck, you know what that symbolizes? That symbolizes white supremacy. Watch this.
It says that the maker of his work trusted therein to make dumb idols.
To make what?
To make dumb idols.
Read.
Woe unto him that said to wood, awake,
Right.
to the dumb stone, arise.
Right. So now watch this, Z. This is another one.
The book of Isaiah chapter 46 and verse 6. They lavish gold out of the bag and weigh silver in the balance,
Right.
and hire a goldsmith,
Right.
and he maketh it a god.
All right, we ain't gonna be too long. I'm gonna just show you one more thing real quick. So right, so give me the book of Isaiah chapter 30 and verse number 20. Right. So now, do you believe in God? You love God? All right. So now watch this. Give me John 14:15. Right. Give me the book of John chapter 14 and verse number 15. And hold what you got, Isaiah 30 and 20. But read this real quick. Read what you got. Cause he said he loved the Lord. Watch this.
The book of John chapter 14 and verse number 15.
Right.
If ye love me, keep my commandments.
What Jesus say?
If ye love me, keep my commandments.
So Jesus said, if you love me, keep my commandments, right? Do you know the first commandment that Jesus gave us? Nope. Give me Exodus 20 and verse number 3. Nuh-uh. I'm going to show you real quick. I'm going to show you what the first commandment is, right? And you say we love God. Right. And what else? Watch this. I'm going to show it to you. Let me read it for you.
The book of Isaiah chapter 20 verse 3.
Isaiah, Exodus.
I mean, it's like, I'm here though. It's Exodus chapter 20 verse 3. Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
Right.
Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image.
Any what?
Any graven image.
Read.
Or any likeness of anything that is in the heaven above or that is in the earth beneath.
What that means, Z?
You should not put no other God before God.
No. And what he talking about when he says the graven image? So when he said, read that again, I'm going to explain it to you.
The book of Exodus chapter 20 verse 4. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image.
So you should not take anything on the earth and make an image out of it, right? Read.
Or any likeness of anything.
Nor a likeness of anything. That cross on your neck is a likeness of a cross that they used to kill our people with, right? Read.
that is in heaven above,
Right.
or that is in the earth beneath,
Because trees are on the earth. That's what they made the crosses out of, the trees, right, Reed?
or that is in the water under the earth.
Right, so now watch this right here.
The book of Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 20.
Read.
And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction,
Right.
yet shall not their teachers be removed in a corner anymore.
Read.
And their eyes shall see their teachers,
In your eyes shall see your teachers, Reed.
and their ears shall hear the word behind thee,
Read.
saying, This is the way,
Read.
walk ye in it.
Read.
When ye turn to the right hand, and when you turn to the left.
Right,
Ye shall defile also covering of the graven images,
right,
and the silver and the ornaments of the molten images of gold.
right.
Those shall cast them away as a mistress cloth.
He said you shall cast the graven images away as a minstrel's cloth. So you know what God is telling you? If you wearing something like a cross around your neck, which is a graven image, which represents white supremacy, God said you should take that cross off and toss it as a minstrel's cloth. Now let me ask you this. If a woman walked by her right now and said, excuse me, right, and then she act like she dropped something, she dropped a pad with period blood in it, what would you do when they hit your hand? You would throw it away, right? So what God is comparing that to, Z, he's comparing it to that cross on your neck. So for God, would you be ready to take that off and cast it to the side?
Sure.
Right now.
I mean, right now, this was a good to you.
But give me that a gift to screw up the heart. I'm gonna show you something, bro. Ecclesiastes 7:7, right? Then give me 1 John 3:18. You say you love God, right, Z? And you gotta understand something. God brought you here today to hear this because God loves you too, and He wants to redeem you and make you the king that you're supposed to be on this earth. But to do so, we have to keep God's commandments, Z. And one of His images and one of His commandments is that we should not have graven images upon our neck or in our house, right? Watch this.
Book of Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad,
Watch this.
and a gift destroyeth the heart.
So sometimes a gift can destroy the heart. And what is another word for heart in the Bible? It's your mind. So sometimes a gift that somebody can give you can blind your mind and take away what's right and what's right and what's wrong is wrong. So think about what's important. Is it more important to please God or please somebody who gave you a materialistic gift?
I mean, please God.
Right. So now watch this, Z.
1 John chapter 3 and verse 18. My little children, let us not love in word, neither in tongue.
So God said, don't just love me in word or tongue saying I love you, God. Yeah, I love the Lord, but what?
But in deed and in truth.
So God's saying, but in action and in sincerity. So with sincerity, you know what I'm saying? Would you be willing to take that out for God? Get Sirach 5 and 7. Huh? So you can't take it out right now for God. See, that's what I'm saying right there. That's what's up, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about out here, bro. You ain't got to take your necklace out, just take the cross off of it. Yeah, you can still wear your necklace, you know what I'm saying? Get your initial on it. You know what I'm saying? The Last Supper, anything. That's what God looking for, bro. You know what I'm saying? Give me Revelations 22 and 14. Give me Revelations 22 and verse 14, bro. So that's what's up, Ken. I'm going to let you get ready to go to work. Get Hosea 14 and 1 real quick, too. Revelations 22 and verse number 14. And this is what it's all about, Z. Repent. Now, when you leave, Z, don't walk down the street and be like, that nigga said cast it away. That nigga crazy. And put it back on your neck, bro. You got to realize, look, bro, you can go buy you an E, because your name is Z, right? Zeke. You can go get you a letter with Z on it. You know what I'm saying? You can still wear it.
That's short for Ezekiel.
Yeah, so for Ezekiel, right? You know Ezekiel was a mighty man in the Bible. Right, so go get you an E. I got an E on my neck. You know what I'm saying? I got an E right here. See, I don't got to wear no cross. We don't got to wear that. Right, watch this.
The book of Revelation chapter 22 and verse 14.
Watch this.
Blessed are they that,
What the Lord say?
blessed are they that do his commandments.
So the Lord say, blessed are they that do his commandment. You just done a commandment of the Lord. The Lord say, I should not wear graven images upon thy neck. We said, can you take it off? You said, yeah, I'm going to take it off. You took it off, right, Reed?
That they may have the right to the tree of life.
That the Lord said you might have the right to the tree of life. This is how you get the kingdom of heaven, Zeke. So take this with you before you leave, bro. I'm going to let you go.
Book of Hosea chapter 14 verse 1. O Israel, return unto the Lord.
So Ezekiel, check this out. So the Lord is saying, oh Israel, we are the 12 tribes of Israel. He said, return back unto the Lord, Reed.
Thy God, for thou hast fallen by thine iniquity.
And he said the reason why we fell as a people is because of our sin, Reed.
take with you words
And take these words with you while you head into work, Ezekiel. Watch this.
and turn to the Lord.
And turn to the Lord, read.
Say unto him, take away all iniquities.
So you got to pray and ask the Lord to take away your iniquity. You say you want to get the kingdom of heaven, right? So before you go, you already there to the kingdom of heaven? The reason how you get the kingdom of heaven is by doing what? We just read it. Keeping his commandments, right? So now, to keep his commandments, and what's your nationality? You an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. You an Israelite. Give me Esther 10:9 while he walking off, bro. I'm gonna show you what your nationality is, Ezekiel. How you doing, OG? I'll pray to the Most High. Esther 10:9, bro. We're gonna let you roll.
The book of Esther chapter 10 and verse 9.
Watch this.
In my nation is this Israel.
Read.
It says, which cried to God.
Now read that again.
In my nation.
In my nation, another word for nation is my nationality, and God is saying my nationality is this what?
Is this Israel?
It's Israel. So when somebody asks you what your nationality
not
is,
Palestinian.
who?
Palestinian.
No, we the Israelites. Our nationality is Israel, right? So
Well,
keep that with you. What's your nationality? Israel. Israelite. From what tribe?
Tribe of Judah.
That's right, brother. That's
12
right.
tribes.
The 12 tribes of Judah. Give me the book of Luke chapter 15 and
Give
verse
to me.
what's that one? Luke chapter 15 and verse number 3. Give me the book of bid them to the marriage. Matthew chapter 22 and verse 12, I think. Matthew 22 and 12. Read what they say.
The book of Matthew, chapter 22, and verse number 12. And he said unto him, Friend, how comest thou in the hither?
Verse 14. No, then he said to the king.
Luke 14:23.
Huh?
Luke 14:23.
No, bid him to the marriage.
Yeah, that's Luke 14:23.
I want the other one though. This one in Matthew, right?
Oh, you want the other one?
Yeah, I want the other. What's the other one, OG?
He gonna give it to you.
He gonna give it to me. How long you come here too now? Come on. See, give me Jeremiah 10:13. As you know what the Lord just did. He had one man repent. You got that? One sinner repenting.
I am black, they are black.
Hey, what's up, bro? Hey, come back and holler at us, bro.
Okay, I got you.
Hey, what's up, bro? Hey, hold on, come here, OG.
I ain't going away yet.
Yeah, I'm asking you, what's your nationality? What we just tell the bro? What's our nationality as a people? What's your nationality, dog? Huh? 22 and 9. It's
I
Matthew
come from
22 and 9.
Egypt.
You come from
Africa,
Egypt.
And my roots. Oh, you said we Israelites, didn't you say that?
We Israelites. They're right. We are Israelites,
Why
right?
are Israelites fight the Palestinians right now then?
You said why the Israelites fighting the Palestinians?
God's chosen people. We
No,
black.
so think about what you just said. That's a good question. You said, why are the Israelites fighting the Palestinians, right?
And
So
killing
now,
women too.
watch this. I'm gonna ask you this, OG. What's your name?
Hand-me-down name Bobby.
Bobby.
I'm one of million.
Bobby.
Yo, come
So
on.
now watch this. Hold on, check this out. But I'm gonna show you why the Israelites, the Israelis are fighting the Palestinians. So one, you gotta understand this, right? Give me the book of Revelation chapter 3 and verse number 9, right? And then give me the book of Joel chapter 3 and verse number 1. You know what I'm saying? Get Revelation 3 and 9. So what you gotta realize is, Bobby, think about it. The Israelites that's over there, the Israelis that's over there fighting the Palestinian right now, what color are they? Are they Negro like me and you? Is there Negroes over there bombing the Palestinians, or those white men?
White man.
They're white men, right? So think about what we are here teaching our people. We are here teaching our people that we are the Israelites, God's chosen people, and proving it out of the Bible. But there is a difference between the blacks in America saying that they are the Israelites, then the Israelites over there who claim that they are Jewish and they got pink skin, right? Watch this. Read what you got.
The book of Revelations, chapter 3, and verse 9.
Read.
Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan,
Right?
which say they are Jews,
We say they are Jews, we say they are Israelites, but what?
and are not,
They are not, right? Just like that pink cracker right there, read.
but do lie,
But what?
but do lie.
So you got to understand that these people that's in Israel right now saying that they are the Israelites are not the Israelites, they are liars.
Oh.
They the chief house of Satan. When Satan had children, get John 8:44. I'm gonna show you who they are. They are not the children of God. I'm gonna show you who their father is, right?
Okay.
John chapter 8, verse 44, and then I'm gonna answer your question, right? Why are the Israelis bombing the Palestinians? Watch this.
The book of John, chapter 8, and verse 44. Ye are of your fathers the devil.
He said they are the chief house of Satan, right? So now the Bible is telling you that they are the what?
Ye are of your father the devil.
So those people that's over there bombing the Palestinians, their father is the devil. Esau is the damn devil that the Bible speaks of. and his original name from that is Cain. So now let's answer your question though. Give me the book of Joel chapter 3 verse 1. Give me the book of Isaiah chapter 2 verse 4, right?
All of them.
Right, so now Bobby, I'm gonna show you this too, Ken. I hope you remember this, right? Think about what Jesus told us, right? In the Bible, it says, do you know how long those Jewish people been back in that land?
No.
You don't, right? They've been back in that land since 1948, Bobby, right? Since 1948. So you gotta ask yourself, I'm gonna read this verse and I'm gonna show you how you know that they're aligned. Let me let the Bible show you how these people are aligned.
The book of Isaiah chapter 2 and verse 4. And he shall judge among the nations.
He shall what?
Judge among the nations.
Read.
And shall rebuke many people.
Now get verse 3. So now I want you to record this from your phone as a short, because we're going to make this clip, and this Most High Witness is going to go viral to show people that the white people that they thinking as the Israelites are not. They liars, right? Watch this.
The book of Isaiah chapter 2 and verse 3.
Verse 2.
And verse 2. And he shall come to pass, and it shall come to pass in the last days, that the mountain of the Lord house shall be established.
It said it shall happen in the last days that the mountains of the Lord's house shall what?
Be established.
Shall be established. So the Lord said his house or his nation of people, his chosen people, weren't going to be established until the last days. So now when you think about something, in 1948, those Khazars, they got established in 1948, right? Watch this.
And shall be established in the top of the mountains.
Right.
And shall be exalted above the hills.
It shall be what?
Exalted above the hills.
Read.
And all nations shall flow into it.
And so when you think about it, if these people was the Israelites that they claiming to be, why are the Palestinians going to war with them? Why are the Iranians going to war with them? Why isn't Russia siding with them? Why isn't China siding with them? Because you got to realize they don't fit the Bible prophecy. Read.
Verse 3. And many people shall go and say, Come ye, and let us go unto the mountain of the Lord.
And right now, when you look in the world, ain't no Negro over here in the hood talking about let's go flee unto the mountain of the Lord out there with them pink people. Read.
To the house of God of Jacob. And he will teach us of his ways.
Read,
and we will walk in his paths.
Read.
For out of Zion shall go forth the law.
He say what?
And out of Zion shall go forth the law.
So this is how you know that they are lying. When you go look in Tel Aviv, Elder OG, go to the library and type on the computer, does Tel Aviv have a gay capital in Israel? What you're going to look up is, not only do they got a gay capital in Tel Aviv, but what? They got gay parades out there. Man, them Jewish people selling kosher cigarettes. They got kosher pork. Now what God, how does God's chosen people, how are you supposed to be God's chosen people? You got cigarettes for sale. You got kosher condoms for sale. God tell the people to be fruitful and multiply, but you got the Jewish man over here selling rubbers, right, Reed?
For out of Zion shall go forth the law,
Read.
and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem.
Read.
And he shall judge among the nations,
Read.
and shall rebuke many people.
Read.
And they shall beat their swords until plowshares.
Now, that just answered your question right there. He said they should do what?
Beat their swords into plowshares.
So God said when the Jews or the real Israelites get back to their homeland, the law is going to go forth out of Jerusalem, and the nations around them are going to beat their weapons, their missiles, their guns, all these things into plowshares. Do you know what that means? Into working tools, right? Read.
And their spears into pruning hooks.
Read.
Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore.
So now you got to ask yourself, is the Bible true, or is that true, or is that a lie?
It been tampered with.
It's been tampered with. Now the Bible ain't been tampered with. When you look at the Bible, look at it, you got YNs running with ski mask on, right? So when you look at this, right, God said when the Israelites come into their original state, that nations should not learn nation in the war. And this is for all the people in the world that's thinking that these white people are the Jews, man. God said once the Israelites come back into their land, the world won't know war anymore. So now, Bobby, I'm going to answer your question why it's going on. Read Joel 3 and 1.
The book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 1.
Read.
For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah.
So God said in the last days, he has to begin to deliver his children from slavery, right? So now is the white man in Israel in slavery? They not in slavery, right? They living above, and they got America doing whatever they say, right? Read on.
In Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations, and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat.
So what you see going on in the Middle East right now, the so-called Middle East, you got nations gathering themselves together to get ready for war. Read.
It will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel.
And the Lord said the reason why they fighting and Israel is bombing the Palestinians bombing them, the reason why Iran is bombing Israel and Israel bombing and Israel is bombing Iran, God said it's because he's pleading with them for our cause. He's making them go to war over our land. So at the final end, he can come and reign over them and conquer them for our sake. So that's why, you know what I'm saying? But we think they're going to be my time to pass it to my brother. But now stay right here, Bible. Where you going?
Repenting on a daily basis. You better thank the Most High some of us brothers repented, because we probably be robbing you niggas and checking your pockets. You know what I'm saying?